Welcome, Dr. Johnson here with Cascade Chiropractic and Wellness in Portland, Oregon. I'm here with Kevin. We met the other day again because he's having some shoulder trouble. In the past, we've worked together on the other shoulder. And so we've had various team members here at Cascade work with Kevin. Man, how long has it been since we...
It's been about 5 months actually.
Okay, so it's been a little while.
Yeah. And
so
you were able to fix the right one. Now the left one went out. So
yeah. Well, let's tell people a little bit about what you got going on. How much is it bugging you? Like pain scale 1 to 10?
I would say like when I'm moving it, it gets almost to like an 8 or a 9. It's almost like a nerve pain. It's really, I can't even describe it. Sometimes it's really.
It's
painful.
a strong intensity.
Yeah.
And then let's have you go ahead and stand up.
Okay.
And just show people what you're dealing with as far as motion, and that's a great spot where you're at there.
So when I try to lift my left shoulder, it starts to pinch right about here. And
that shoulder shrugs right up.
Shrugs right up, and I can't get it any higher than this, or it just gets really bad.
And then leave that one down. What's this one do?
And this one is completely
fine.
That's
what it's supposed to do.
Supposed to do, but yeah, I can't.
And then you had a couple other things. The turning it back was...
Yeah, when I try to go back, it starts to hurt right about here.
And you're grabbing pain back here in the back of the shoulder.
In the back of the shoulder. Even trying to twist it this way a little bit, same thing. I'm getting a lot of pain right back in here, and everything just kind of, it's like rotating forward almost versus twisting.
And things like this happen when there's been some kind of impact, injury, or damage to like a rotator cuff. But the thing that we're worried for you, Kevin, is that you don't get frozen shoulder adhesive capsulitis where it stays like that.
Yeah.
So we worked together the other day and we were able to get that arm all the way over the head. So that's definitely going to be our goal today.
Awesome.
So we'll be working full body as well. Our focus is going to be on shoulder, but this is my first time checking through Kevin today. So I want to feel everything that's going on. Man, it is just tight in the whole upper trap. Stuff meeting into the top of the shoulder blade, like levator and the upper rhomboids. All of those super, super tight. Any low back stuff going on?
Yeah, a little lower back tightness as usual. Kind of in lower back into my glutes or my hips. Usually that's what's pretty tight. Yeah, right at that spot.
Yeah. Again, we got to treat you at the beginning of the week, so it's better than it was then, but we'll put some attention here too.
Yeah, that's great.
Tender on this side to the hip?
Yeah, definitely right there. Same thing on the other side too, right there.
Yeah. Let's do a couple things. I'm going to start with the massage gun on the low back hip stuff. We're just trying to loosen it up a bit to start. So let's get to some of this stuff. I'm gripping in on upper trap, levator, just the top shoulder neck area. And it does feel pretty tight and gritty. Let's use a little tool I like. There's just a metal tool. They call these instrument-assisted soft tissue work. Sometimes this will break up some of that tension really good. Okay, let's start right here. So I'm going to be pulling this down and away towards this side, blocking that head up and over to resist it. Nice push, okay? Very good. That's the cervical thoracic junction. We're moving there. We're going to go a similar thing on this side because it's also tight. Good, one more. There we go. Straight through push. Couple of good movements through there. Just a little bit of tension at lower trap. Nice. Well, let's go. We're going to use a drop table for just starting kind of mobilization on the sacroiliac and lumbar region. So right here, a nice bit of push. Right there. Good. Okay, let's go so that left side is up first. Bend this up here, I'm gonna pull this here. Nice bit of push right into there. Fantastic.
Wow.
That was great.
Amazing. Oh.
Let's roll you to the other side and we'll check that too. This one's bent up like this. Nice bit of pull. Arm on arm. Leg in there. there, nice push. Good, just small one, we got more to go. There we go. Flat onto your back now. Just a little bit short on this side. Nice bit of pull into the leg. Relaxed, relaxed. Fantastic. Just stretching this one. Little ankle adjustment there. Also, some of the nerves that are going to help control this area come from this part of the neck. Got to make sure they're all happy as can be. Just letting it lean, nice push. Good.
Wow.
Just feeling it relax and open up with that. Is it tender when we push it through?
A little bit, yeah, but wow. That felt amazing.
We're going to get onto a couple things with the shoulder here, and so I'm going to be pulling through some of the pec. This is going out, crossing the front of the shoulder, attaching to the edge here. Is that tender at all?
Yeah, it's a little sore there.
Once that arm can't go all the way up, we know there's issues on some of the rotator cuff that assists deltoid in lifting it up tall like that. And so this is a part of the system that helps rotator cuff do its job.
Yeah, right there's
Yeah,
super tender.
feel a little band in the muscle. Let's take this arm. As long as it doesn't hurt it or get that pinch, I'm going to go right onto that tight spot
Okay.
and stretch it back. You do okay?
Yeah.
Right onto that tight spot. Stretch it back. No pinch?
No pinch right now.
All right.
Wow.
Open up the whole front of the pec there. Okay. Next thing I want to check a little bit in the forearm here. You feel this all okay?
Yeah, I feel it, yeah.
Yeah. Elbow's moving good there. I'm going to rest you right on my knee. I call this the karate chop, just putting pressure there. Good. Elbow's moving good like that. I'm going to reach onto this right there. That's all moving through the elbow. Go into the hand. Tender in the wrist at all?
Yeah, it's a little bit tender. Actually, my wrist, it does pop a lot. It makes noises. It's kind of crunchy. Yeah.
You got full range of motion that way. Does it bother it going this way?
No, not too much.
Okay.
It just feels like like a really good stretch, though, right? At this point,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
taking the meat of the forearm and getting a good stretch through all those muscles.
Yeah, that part of the muscle feels like it's always worked out or being worked out. Like after you work out, it's sore, you know? It
Yeah.
constantly feels like that. Maybe like it's being overworked, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we can feel a ridge of muscles. Let's use that scraping tool on that a little more. I'll get some motion in that tool. We'll come across. Our next thing is going to be to work a little more into the shoulder. Is this tender at the top of the shoulder here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely tender. All kind of right throughout there.
So this is an interesting part of the shoulder too. We got deltoid that comes over the kind of the cap of the shoulder here that gives it the muscular shape of the shoulder. But those tendons are underneath there running around to the front and anchoring around from the back and reaching into here. And that allows us to do all these motions because it pulls here and pulls it out, pulls here and pulls it in. Pulls together, it pulls it up. So we want to work that area where those tendons are attaching. We're kind of forcing that shoulder back too. So I'm going to take this, we just kind of open this out a little bit. Yeah. Shoulder set's easy there. All right, I'm going to set this arm back like this. Is it okay to be that height and rotated back?
Yeah, it's a little tight, but it feels, yeah.
A little better if I let it
better,
loose.
actually, than before.
So we're diving right into those deep armpit muscles here. And I'm trying to land right on the front side of that shoulder blade where it meets the ribs. How we doing?
Ooh, tender. But yeah, good. Good kind of thing.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of go on my tippy toe, let it back down, and we get a little motion onto those muscle fibers. Just like scraping your forearm, we're trying to peel those muscles back and forth under the pressure of my fingers here. Pinned it against the front edge of that shoulder blade. Now I'm going to traction this arm down a little bit and get into the back of that shoulder some. Is that kind of the area where that pinch was?
It's in the general area. Yeah, it's a little bit
A little deeper in
deeper
here.
into the socket. It feels like. Yeah, like right in that area.
Ooh, some crunchies.
Yeah.
So I just got my fingertips just digging on muscles. That's part of infraspinatus. We worked that a little bit when you were face down. Pull in a little more stretch. That's still okay stretching it?
Yeah, this feels really good.
Let's have you go ahead and sit up. All right, and stay right there where you're at. Just be tall and cozy. What I'm going to do is stretch this shoulder back and down. Good, just a tiny bit of motion on shoulder blade. I'm going to have you take this arm, put it on your hip, thumb backwards. I'm going to reach in here, pull. You push your elbow into mine. Push, 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 push. Good. Relax.
Yeah,
Grip
that's
it a little
definitely a
wider.
good stretch. Yeah.
Push, push. Nice. That's good. Relax all the way down. Yeah. Well, let's test a couple things. Kevin, can you reach overhead?
Oh, yeah.
It's miracle time.
Yes.
There's a couple things. Reach up overhead nice and slow.
Slow.
And we see how that shoulder still wants to shrug. So there's a little bit going on still. And so we're going to have a little bit of work to do to chase this down, get it all the way. Go both arms at the same time too. And so this arm wants to rotate under a little bit as it goes up.
Okay.
And so we know some of those muscle fibers are still wanting to stay tight.
Mm-hmm.
And so you doing your homework, stretching,
Yeah.
doing wall crawls where you pull that arm up the wall and stretch down through it.
Yeah.
That's going to be an important one for
Yeah,
it.
definitely a lot better than before because I can get it up high and it's. Oh, that's it. Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for sharing this
Yeah.
experience, and we'll catch you all next time.